Hey there, theorists! It's your old pal MatPat, and today we're diving deep into the world of gaming controllers. These unassuming devices are our connection to the digital worlds we love to explore. They're the tools we use to guide our favorite characters, score incredible goals, and conquer challenging dungeons. But have you ever stopped to think about how these controllers evolved into the ergonomic marvels we know and love today? Buckle up, because we're about to take a trip down memory lane to uncover the fascinating history of gaming controllers. From the clunky joysticks of yesteryear to the haptic feedback wonders of today, the evolution of the gaming controller has been a wild ride. Each generation brought its own innovations, pushing the boundaries of how we interact with our favorite games. We've seen controllers morph and adapt, constantly striving for that perfect balance of comfort, precision, and immersive feedback. So, whether you're a seasoned gamer who remembers the days of the Atari joystick or a newcomer eager to learn about gaming's rich history, this journey through controller evolution is sure to have something for everyone. We'll be exploring the iconic designs, groundbreaking features, and technological leaps that shape the way we play. Get ready to press start as we begin our exploration with the granddaddy of them all, the Nintendo Entertainment System controller. The NES controller. This iconic rectangle of plastic and buttons holds a special place in the hearts of many gamers. It was our introduction to the world of console gaming, and its simple design became synonymous with the golden age of 8-bit adventures. The NES controller featured a straightforward layout, a directional pad, or D-pad for short, 2 action buttons labeled A and B, and 2 smaller buttons for start and select. This minimalist approach, revolutionary for its time, proved to be incredibly intuitive and easy to pick up, even for those completely new to gaming. But don't let its simplicity fool you. This controller was a workhorse. It withstood countless hours of button mashing as we guided Mario through the Mushroom Kingdom, battled Duck Hunt ducks, and navigated the perils of Castlevania. Its design, though basic by today's standards, felt surprisingly comfortable in hand, even during those marathon gaming sessions. The impact of the NES controller cannot be overstated. It set the standard for future controllers, establishing the D-pad and face button layout that would become ubiquitous in the gaming world. Even today, its influence can be seen in countless controllers, a testament to its enduring legacy. As technology progressed and games became more complex, so too did the humble gaming controller. The arrival of the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES, and the Sega Genesis ushered in a new era of 16-bit gaming, and with it, controllers that expanded on the foundation laid by the NES. The SNES controller retained the familiar rectangular shape but introduced several key additions. Most notably, it added 2 shoulder buttons designated L and R, providing developers with more input options for their increasingly sophisticated games. The D-pad was refined, offering smoother diagonal control, and the overall ergonomics were improved with rounded edges and a more comfortable grip. Sega's Genesis controller took a slightly different approach. It maintained the basic button layout of the NES, but opted for a more contoured design that felt great in larger hands. The Genesis also introduced a 6-button layout with 3 face buttons arranged in a curved row, offering fighting game enthusiasts a wider range of moves at their fingertips. These controllers represented a significant step forward in terms of design and functionality. They demonstrated that controllers could evolve to accommodate the growing demands of game developers without sacrificing comfort or intuitiveness. The stage was set for even more radical innovations in the world of gaming controllers. The mid to late 90s witnessed a seismic shift in the gaming landscape with the arrival of 3D gaming. The Nintendo 64, N64, Sony PlayStation, and Sega Saturn ushered in a new era of polygonal worlds and immersive experiences, demanding controllers that could keep pace with this technological leap. The N64 controller, with its unique trident design, was perhaps the most radical departure from the norm. It featured an analog stick for precise 3D movement, a first for console gaming. The controller also introduced the groundbreaking Rumble Pack, an add-on that provided force feedback, allowing players to feel the impact of in-game events. Sony's PlayStation controller, with its now iconic dual analog sticks and ergonomic grips, quickly gained popularity for its comfortable design and precise controls. It became the blueprint for future PlayStation controllers and influenced the industry as a whole. The PlayStation controller also ditched the traditional start and select labels in favor of more intuitive symbols, a design choice that would become standard in the industry. Microsoft's entry into the console wars with the Xbox in 2001 brought with it the Duke controller, a behemoth of a gamepad that was initially met with mixed reactions due to its size and button placement. However, it paved the way for the more refined Xbox 360 controller, which would go on to become a fan favorite. Section 5, a new millennium, a new feel, Xbox 360, PS3, and the Wii remote revolution. The sixth generation of consoles brought online gaming to the forefront and further refined the controller experience. Microsoft's Xbox 360 controller, with its refined ergonomics, responsive analog sticks, and the introduction of the now ubiquitous bumper buttons above the triggers, set a new standard for comfort and precision. Sony's PlayStation 3 controller, while initially plagued by issues with wireless connectivity, eventually found its footing. It retained the familiar dual analog stick layout of its predecessor and introduced motion controls through its 6-axis technology. However, it was Nintendo who truly shook things up with the Wii and its revolutionary Wii Remote. This motion-sensing controller allowed players to control on-screen actions with intuitive movements, bringing a level of physicality to gaming that had never been seen before. The Wii Remote's motion controls, while not without their limitations, opened up a world of possibilities for interactive gaming experiences. This generation saw controllers become more than just input devices. They became extensions of ourselves, translating our movements and actions into the digital realm with increasing fidelity. Section 6, refining the formula PS4, Xbox One, and the Joy-Cons of change. The eighth generation of consoles focused on refining existing technologies and introducing new ways to play. The PlayStation 4's DualShock 4 controller built upon the success of its predecessors with improved ergonomics, more responsive triggers, and the addition of a touchpad that opened up new gameplay possibilities. Microsoft's Xbox One controller offered a similarly refined experience with a focus on comfort and precision. The Xbox One controller also introduced the ability to connect directly to Windows PCs, further blurring the lines between console and PC gaming. Nintendo, never one to shy away from innovation, once again surprised the gaming world with the Nintendo Switch and its versatile Joy-Con controllers. These detachable controllers could be used independently or attached to the Switch console, offering a multitude of control options for different gameplay scenarios. This generation saw a convergence of ideas, with each console manufacturer striving for the perfect blend of comfort, precision, and innovative features. The controllers of this era represented a refinement of established designs, offering gamers a level of control and responsiveness that had never been seen before. Section 7, a haptic symphony of innovation, the PS5's DualSense controller. With the arrival of the ninth generation of consoles, Sony once again pushed the boundaries of controller technology with the PlayStation 5's DualSense controller. This marvel of engineering takes haptic feedback to a whole new level, allowing players to feel the subtlest of sensations, from the pitter-patter of raindrops to the tension of drawing back a bowstring. The DualSense's adaptive triggers provide varying levels of resistance, immersing players in the action like never before. Imagine feeling the tension of a trigger as you draw back an arrow, or the resistance of a gun's recoil. The DualSense makes these in-game actions feel incredibly real and visceral. The DualSense represents a paradigm shift in controller design, moving beyond simple button presses and analog stick movements to create truly immersive sensory experiences. It's a testament to how far gaming controllers have come, and it hints at an exciting future where our digital adventures feel more real than ever. Section 8, the future of feeling, where do we go from here? From the humble beginnings of the NES controller to the haptic symphony of the PS5's DualSense, the evolution of gaming controllers has been nothing short of extraordinary. What began as a simple way to interact with digital worlds has transformed into a quest for true immersion. with controllers becoming extensions of ourselves, capable of conveying a wide range of sensations. As technology continues to advance, it's exciting to imagine what the future holds for gaming controllers. Will we see controllers that can read our biometrics, adjusting gameplay based on our heart rate or emotional state? Will virtual reality controllers become so sophisticated that we can feel the weight and texture of virtual objects? The possibilities are limitless, and one thing is for sure, the journey to create the ultimate gaming controller is far from over. So the next time you pick up your controller, take a moment to appreciate the decades of innovation that have gone into creating this incredible piece of technology. And who knows, maybe one day we'll look back on today's controllers with the same sense of nostalgia that we now reserve for the classics that started it all. But that's just a theory, a game theory.